Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where somehow, I don't know how, I missed the Byzantine Empire declaring war on us, claiming this particular county right here. I mean, this is literally just a single county that they're pushing this claim on. But we can just park our retinue right there, and then I guess we ought to defend ourselves. So all of these troops over here, they can come attack this region. These guys will come hold this territory. These will all come northward and attack over there. And then these troops, their primary goal, of course, will be to hold the front over this way. And apparently we can't select more than this because we've got these battles going on. That's slightly awkward. I mean, we can do... yeah, we'll just have to tick forward a little bit here and clean those battles up. There we go. Okay, now we will bring these guys northward. And I want them to hold this territory. These guys, all of these troops out over here, I think we'll have them attack this region over this way. But for now, they'll sit there. And these guys aren't moving. I want them to actually join this force over here. And they'll have to cross the Byzantine Empire. Maybe they die, maybe they don't. I'm not too concerned either way. So this is a fairly standard three-front war. We're going to be fighting over here. We're going to be fighting over here, and we're going to be fighting over here. Now, our main goal is to draw their forces, their primary forces, over to this region, as far away from the war goal as we possibly can. Our European forces, of course, are going to be kind of a mini fourth front, as usual. They're going to group up over in this region, over here. And then they will push in over this way. Excellent. So we currently have access to 188,000 troops, compared to the Byzantines' 219,000 troops. This should be sufficient. These troops here, we're just going to put them down. We don't want to risk losing the war score here. Okay. I think we are good to go. Of course, we do have vassal armies running around as well. So that is fine. What is the supply limit here? The supply limit is 40k. This is in hills, so we will have some nice defensive areas over here. Excellent. Okay, so we are grouping up, and we will be defending ourselves against the Byzantines. This does not create a truce for us, but it does create a truce for the Byzantines. Now, both of these end up connecting here. This is on plains. And the question is, do we want to push out over here? Africa is actually attacking these guys. And what is going on there? That's us. I wanted to look at the King of Africa, which is this guy. He is attacking Egypt. Okay. He's also trying to revoke Cairo and defending against the Byzantine Empire. Interesting. I'm not sure why his armies are here, but I'll accept it. Since his armies are there, we'll go ahead and push in over here. If we have to retreat, we can retreat back over this way and oppose their crossing. But this is a better defensive point for us, except that it is plains. And that's the main problem with this. Now, I do want to make sure that we are on full retinue reinforcement, and indeed we are. That is fantastic. How go our groupings up over in this region? Things are going slowly. but I guess passably for right now. Okay. Supply limit here is plenty high, and we actually are super close to being able to assault this. Unfortunately, it is 6 or higher in terms of its fort capacity, or fort level, so we will never be able to assault that, no matter how many troops we had there. Okay. I don't care about that West Francian War. So I guess we will begin some sieges here. Okay, these guys are going to attack over in this region. They will get a defensive bonus. We're just going to chill. And we're going to come over this way. There we go. Let's check on the situation over here. There is a force attacking us, and they have reinforcements on the way. These guys can get there pretty quickly. Supply limit here is fine. There's a peasant revolt for Mecha. That, I think, is not our problem. Although we could swing this force over quickly to deal with it. It will delay these Yemeni troops getting up here. These guys have disappeared, which means they're probably in this county. Yes. They're moving into Aintab. I'll allow it. They're already taking attrition there. We've succeeded in sieging Gibraltar, which is perfect. We are currently at 6% on this war. I want to bring these guys in over this way. Excellent. These are making their way over. That is ideal. And once again, we are going to allow them to take their 13% monthly attrition. We have no reason, none whatsoever, to attack them here. Okay, things are looking fine in this region. The Yemeni troops have been delayed by this small force. And of course, we are coming in to reinforce. We actually lost. That's okay. These guys will get reinforced. And as soon as they get up here, we will get them moving on their way. And look at that. These guys are already down below 30k. They're now taking 15% monthly attrition. So this guy is currently down to 191,000 troops, which means that we are now perfectly identical, despite never having fought him. Okay. We'll need to take our Yemeni troops up this way. As far as over here goes, these guys are getting crushed by a vassal army, which I really, really like seeing. And overall, this is going swimmingly. Now, technically, we're only at 36% on this peasant war. Oh, now it ticked to 100. Fantastic. These guys are down to 25k. Look at that. They're going to attack us over here. Okay, they will arrive on 14 June. Or no, they'll be movement locked in 14 June. They'll arrive on 20 June. These guys will arrive on 20 June as well. We're going to get a desert defensive bonus. He's going to get a river crossing penalty. We're going to put in our best leaders here to hold the line. It'll take 13 days. We can get started a little bit earlier. These guys are now movement locked, so now we can get in. They will arrive on 20 June. These guys have to hold out for a week. That's the goal there. And, of course, them occupying this got them enough war score to bring this down to 0%. We're going to get ticking very soon, though. There is this 20k stack on their way in. We have these reinforcements coming in, though. And they will go all the way up over this way. How are these guys doing? I think that they are now good enough to move in and start sieging. And as far as our European holdings over here go, they can begin an attack over there. Excellent. So far, so good. Now, there are huge amounts of troops over here, and they're making their way this way. They're sieging over here. That's all fine. All we have to do is hold the war goal. So anything that they're doing over here, we actually don't care about. We do need a new court physician. There we go. And I'm actually going to forbid myself from leading armies. There. Excellent. And yeah, we're just crushing that force. As I expected. There we go. Absolutely crushed. Now we're going to head up over here and fight this force. There we go. Now we have a mountain defensive bonus here. They have a river crossing because they were attacking a vassal army here. These guys are going to go ahead and start sieging this back while these guys move into reinforcement position. How goes things over this way? Things are going magnificently in this war. I don't know why the AI declared this. They never had a chance, realistically, I feel like. We just crushed another big army. We're going to pull these guys back because we are taking attrition. Or should we attack? Let's check supply limits. 15k, 15k, 17k, 17k, 30k. This is plains. 29.75. Except that we have more than that. We're going to need to fall back with this force. And that's exactly what we're going to do. The supply limit here is 19.25k. They have heavy amounts of troops coming in. So we will actually just fall back to Tilbashir here. Okay, we have these sieges succeeding. That's fantastic. We're up to 38% war score. We should have ticking by now as well. Or very close to it. Looks like we're very close to it. Let's check his troop numbers. He's down to 148k to our 187k. And actually, I am going to pull them back one more county here. Now, we can see that these guys are going to attack. They will arrive on 19 September. They'll be movement locked in 2 days. So we will allow them to lock in, which they are now done. This is a mountain defensive area here. We will pop in our best leaders. Just like that. And then we will bring in reinforcements. And these guys will move up to be able to fight fresh. It's kind of almost Roman Legion style, except on the macro level over here. We just always have fresh troops to fight them with. Okay. Should have no problem whatsoever holding this. These guys are locked into Alexandretta, and we're going to intercept them. There we go. We're just absolutely crushing these forces. So I'm going to pull this force back, like so. There we go. Excellent. We're at 48% war score. And we are still sieging over here. Now, there is this large stack here that we need to be slightly concerned about. But overall, I think we're good. These guys are retreating back to here, and we will chase them. We are in position to defend this region. We have another 20k stack here, and we're going to allow them to lock into Tel Bashir in 3 days. They're now locked in, and in we go. Now, they're going to get a desert defensive bonus. We're going to get a river crossing penalty. We don't care. We're going to do this and this. We have massive, massive numerical advantage here. At least for now. Okay, we stack wiped this force. That brought us to 70% war score. We're losing sieges over here. We don't care. This is fine. We have ticking war score on our side now. Like, seriously, the Byzantines never had a chance here. And I'm very confused why they're doing this. We're at 75% war score. Make that 76. Okay, we are still taking attrition here. We'll need to move over this way. That's perfectly fine. We have taken this region back. And we don't actually care about attacking into their territory. We just want to stay where we are so that we're not taking attrition. We can get our war score over here. It's perfectly fine. We're at 84%. How many troops has he thrown away? Like, wow, he's thrown away over 100k troops in this war. And we've lost like 12k. Actually, does it say in here? It doesn't. He is surrendering. He's going to pay us a little bit of gold, I guess. We'll accept it. Well, that was a really easy war, if I'm perfectly honest. Like, that was really, really easy. He never had a chance to get war score. I don't know why he declared that. He had so many logistical issues with that war. I like how Italy has de jure holdings over this way now. It's pretty adorable. So let's just check in with our friend here in West Francia. He's not looking so happy. What did he just do? He's attacking a lot of various locations. I'm just hoping that he doesn't throw away his kingdom before we inherit it, because that would be awkward. It'd be very problematic. We're at 51% threat currently. Of course, the Byzantines are very weak. And we're kind of not. We should declare on the Byzantines right now. Specifically, Great Conquest of Maghreb, if we can. The council votes no. We're already busy fighting another war. Do I have to tick it? We'll give it a month tick. We're not fighting another war. So I want a Great Conquest for Maghreb. We're already busy fighting another war. We're not fighting another war, though. Oh, they think the opponent is too strong? He literally has half our troop numbers, guys. Seriously. We can take him. It would be viewed as an act of tyranny. Our spy master is replaceable. If we replace our spy master with perhaps a glory hound, now we might be able to get that council vote to happen. Yes, now they're going to be okay with it. We are the tiebreaker here, so there we go. Fantastic. So we declare on them. And we are going to immediately walk in over here. We are going to raise just vassal levies. I don't think we need to raise any more than vassal levies. If we do, then we can deal with that. But otherwise, we'll go over here. These guys will also come over this way. All of these guys, basically the same war plan. Our European holdings are going to just group up over in this region. Actually, we'll just group up right there, see if we can get some scraps of war score. But we're just going to kick these guys out of Maghreb. So these guys down over here, they can come up and reinforce this region, like so. All of these troops are also going to come up towards the war goal. And then the Yemeni troops over this way, they are going to come up and reinforce this region. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. Seeing as we just crushed the Byzantines really hard. This should go pretty fine. So we have our troops on the way in, and if they want to attack any of our territories, our vassals are all fighting each other, and so they have their levies up. So that's going to bleed them a little bit. These troops, we don't want to give away war score, so we will put those down. Excellent. Let the siege begin. Vassal levies raised too long. Yeah, that's going to be a thing. We're going to have them raised for a while, realistically. Because we need to do some sieging over this way. Okay, how goes this siege? Almost done. That's fantastic. This siege is now beginning. Over here, we're not being invaded, so that is ideal. We will go ahead and attack over here. Excellent. And then we'll get ticking war score soon enough. Since we were able to essentially first strike them. Excellent. That's 6% war score already. Okay, these guys, I think... This is mountains. Supply limits are quite low in this area. We'll go hit this region, and then we'll have reinforcements right here. That should be fine. We are, of course, attacking Europe. And we're winning these tiny little battles that are very, very irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. Excellent. There's another siege done. We are already at 17% war score. We have reinforcements here to protect this. If they decide to fight us anywhere, we'll see what they end up doing. These guys are currently coming up to attack right here, which is exactly where I wanted them to go. It doesn't look like the Byzantines are really going to try to oppose us too much. At least not so far. Okay, they're opposing us over here a little bit. We should retreat from this. But this is completely fine. As long as they're not this. This is what I want them to not be doing. That's okay. We have enough troops over here to handle it. We just have to get them freed up enough. That does mean that we're pretty free to attack over in this region. So let's bring these guys up into this mountains tile, because we have these reinforcements on the way in. We're at 23% war score right now. These Byzantines are going to make their way over. can almost assault that. We can almost assault that, too. They're thinking about making their way over here. And I'm going to allow them to do whatever they want for right now. We're getting war score here. We're getting war score here. As long as they don't bring additional... Oh, hello. That was a huge attrition tick that they just took. That was absolutely enormous. And I'm trying to merge these armies, but I keep pressing the wrong button. There we go. Excellent. That was a huge attrition tick. Okay, we need an advisor, and we will put in, I think, the King of Arabia. Excellent. So we are making good progress on this war. They're not opposing us in this region, which is funny, considering this is the region they're strongest in. They appear to be leaving over here. That's fine. I'll allow it. We'll try to keep them busy. They do have more troops on the way down towards Sawargel. Of course, so do we. And they are taking massive attrition ticks right now. Now, they're very likely to try to attack over here. We can't assault this holding, but we've got it down now. And we can definitely assault this holding. There. That freed up our retinue force. And we are going to put in our strongest leaders, which apparently are not amazingly strong right now, and see if we can intercept these guys over here. That's mountains. We actually don't want to do that. So we will just group up over here. We're at 72% war score right now. Let's check assault over here. We could actually assault this. He is surrendering. I accept. Okay. We'll get rid of our realm levies. Fantastic. So that is Maghreb completely out of the Byzantine hands. That's really good. We do need to organize that, but that, I think, is a job for next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.